The market is getting, in my opinion, inside of the final innings, okay? And if you know anything about the market, you know anything about the data that's coming in, etc. You know, like, come on now, like we're in a bubble. You know we're in a bubble. Now, when will the bubble pop? I don't know. I think we go. I think we go higher from here. Um, Not as high as when we were talking about the bull from 2023 and tariff. You got to realize how high this has gone. By the way, not like we zoom out for a bit. Like the Qs was at 270 4 years ago, and now I have price targets all the way up to 850. I think the Qs can get to 850. Um, yeah, I think the Qs can get to 850. And we talked about the hidden bull divergence on Wednesday, and now we're gapping up. Now we're gapping up above the level that we needed to gap up above, which was 725. So now we know that this is the party starts level, by the way. Okay, so the party has started. Now, for the party to continue, for the music to continue playing out loud, we need to have 725, hold. Okay, so coming into this week, that should just be the main thing you're paying attention to. If you didn't swing calls over this week, don't chase. Obviously, there's going to be better opportunities because we may pull back, right? The deal might not go through just yet. Okay, so the piece for those of you guys unaware, the Iran and U.S. peace deal just came through, and they plan on signing it not today, but on Juneteenth. Okay, so June 19th on a Friday when the market is closed, that's when there should be a peace deal signing. Now, will that signing go through? We'll have to see. Like we don't know, right? He could be like no, and then the market drops, and So if you didn't swing calls over this weekend, you want to be a bit more patient. I mean, if you've been paying attention to WAM at all, like you knew this was, you know, we literally called the bottom. I'm just completely honest. Like the bottom was called. But yeah, those are the few things I'm looking at for the Qs. The main things I want to pay attention to are the sectors that haven't got that much love. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a few stocks that you guys want to look at. But first, let's run it. Let's run up the likes a bit more. We only have 200 likes. Let's double tap the screen a little bit. You're in the right place, by the way. We have been calling all of this. It's been the perfect place. It's been such a good market, man. Such a good market. Um, but one stock I do want to look at. What stock is this? This is the Qs. This is the Nasdaq. This is the ETF that holds a bunch of stocks in it. Okay, this is just a simple way to put it. They they own a bunch of tech stocks. Okay, but one stock I'm gonna just show you guys this really quick, just because I think this is a layup. Okay, we're just gonna talk about a few layups. I know some of you guys want to look at a few stocks. We'll look at them. You want to talk about now? We can talk about now. We can talk about Microsoft, but STM is literally a stock that you should be paying attention to. If you don't know, SpaceX IPO'd on Friday. And the funny thing about STM is that a lot of people don't know this, but this stock actually already works with SpaceX. And if you've been following any of the news with I think it's Goldman Sachs, they said SpaceX revenue should surpass 3.5 trillion by 2030 to 2035. And if you guys know how absolutely insane that is very insane. So a company that benefits from that, STM, and even Elon Musk, said as SpaceX revenue should surpass 1 trillion by 2030, and that's 4 years from now. Okay, so STM I believe is a great one. Not only that, just technically speaking, this came out in the dot-com bubble, by the way. Dot-com bubble came all the way down. You guys know we're in a bubble right now. Came all the way down, 20-year accumulation, and now it is back at the dot-com bubble. And if you guys know anything about the market right now, we are not double topping. Okay, we're not going to stop right here at the double top at the dot-com. No, it's not going to happen. So what you can end up doing is you can draw the fibs from the swing high to the swing low, and you have a first price target all the way to 116. Okay, and if you just screenshot this really quick, if you just take a little screenshot, okay, and then you come over here to INTC, and if you guys have watched any of the videos I posted, we set INTC at $96. Like this is going to continue. This is going to end up going at 178. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how this looks exactly like STM, okay? Some of you guys see it, some of you guys don't. But you have the dot-com high, 20-year long accumulation. It came to the dot-com high at $76, okay? It's not going to double top. We're in an extreme bull run. So you can draw the top swing high to the swing low. You have a price target to, guess what? The 1.618. which is 115, and it's actually getting ready to go to its second price target, which is 178. And the third price target, the extreme price target, is to 243. And honestly, I think it could get there just based on this being the new TSM of America. But anyways, put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at, and we'll look at them. Okay. What was your STM target? I missed it. It was to 116 and possibly 187. I think STM is good. Now that means don't get roach contracts. At least I see a lot of you guys want to look at Robinhood. We'll look at Robinhood. A lot of you guys want to look at. I see some software stocks, so we'll look at some software stocks. But first, let's look at Robinhood because Robinhood this is just an obvious one. And the reason it's so obvious, okay, I'm gonna put you guys on. If you want to learn TA, the TA is the easy part, okay. The main thing, I always say this, TA is the easy part. The main thing is just having an IQ and forming a thesis around, okay, why are stocks bullish for this set period of time, and what are the narratives behind it, okay. So if you look at the weekly chart, the weekly is already setting up for TA to be absolutely amazing. If you guys, some of you guys remember, we caught Robinhood when it was hidden bull diverging from this low to this low back when the tariffs was going on. Okay, we caught this at around $40 and it went all the way to 150. Okay, some of you guys remember the reason we did it, the reason we got into it is because it was hidden weekly bull diverging. And guess what's happening again? Guess what's happening again? It's hidden bull diverging right here, but actually on a bigger scale, on a larger scale. The RSI is reset to IPO levels. Oh my goodness, to IPO levels. Okay, so when you're looking at this is setting up to go absolutely insane. Couple that with it moving with the crypto market. Robinhood likes to move when crypto's going up, but also Robinhood has been going up when crypto hasn't been going up. So that tells me Robinhood is set up to just have an absolutely amazing summer. I think the move is going to happen very quickly, but the party starts above 118. Price targets to 200, 300, even 400. Okay, I really like Robinhood. This means don't get roach contracts. Okay, because we're looking at it on the weekly. Okay, somebody said how fast is it gonna go up? If we're looking at it on the weekly, if we're looking at a weekly chart, right? And I like looking at bigger picture because I like not having to sore my eyes looking at screens 24/7 from market close to open. I like looking at bigger pictures, and a lot of people get rinsed out on a daily basis. You really want to look at holding things for a little bit longer. Holding, okay, that's where the real money's made. But if we look talking about the weekly time frames, I would say 1 to 2 months, but really like 3 months. You really want to buy like 3 months time. So I'd be looking at some September calls for this to really start doing the move that I think it can make. And the reason I say September is because in the last time in August, we were talking about the same thing, or in the last time in April, the April tariffs down here when Robinhood was $40, we were saying the price targets could get to 150, etc. The reason being we dropped from the swing high to swing low, and it literally told you, right? So we said get to 150, etc. So we ended up getting August calls in April. And August was what 4 months away, 4 months away, and it made an extreme move during that time span. Okay, so I'd be looking at September. Anyways, Big Juan, what's up? What's good? What's up, TJ? Soul T, what you know about Soul T? Hood looks absolutely incredible because Hood looks absolutely incredible. I think it's a layup. Okay, I think it's one of those layup type plays. We're gonna look at SOLT, but first we have to look at software. But Hood is one of those layup plays because what's going to end up happening with crypto? We know crypto's garbage, okay? Crypto's garbage. Bitcoin is garbage. A lot of people think you can store wealth in in the greater fool's theory, right? A lot of people think you can store wealth in the greatest fool theory, and that just means this is only worth what someone else is willing to pay for it. So I think Bitcoin is going to end up getting a hopium type of rally. Will it get to all-time highs? I want to see it get above some certain levels first. But I do think a crypto run is coming. But if you look at, and that just helps, Robinhood. But if you look at IGV, okay, some of you guys want to look at software. If you look at IGV, this chart looks absolutely incredible. We're now getting a retest of the breakout of the extreme rally that it just had for those past 3 days. Some of you guys remember like the last 3 days of May. IGV and software was just going absolutely crazy. And now people are scared to buy it right here. And this is actually where I like to buy it. You're getting some hidden bull daily divergence that is trying to form. Okay, love that. And it could it could come down a bit more to maybe 87. I would actually like that a bit more just because that puts it in the buying area. That puts it in a huge hidden bull divergence still. So that's what I like on IGV and software. So if you're looking at now, it could come down a little bit before it really starts going. Needs to stay above 103, but that's what I'm paying attention to it for. Okay, but now it definitely needs to start closing above 103 on a weekly basis. Okay, you're not bullish BTC or MSTR long term. Long term, no, not long term. Short term, meaning these next couple months, 3 to 4 to 5 months, maybe. But long term, no. I would rather, and the reason not long term on something like crypto and Bitcoin is because we've never seen Bitcoin or crypto in a actual bear market, in an actual recession where the Q's is where nobody wants to buy nothing because of whatever the case may be. Okay, so that's why I don't like Bitcoin. I would like Bitcoin if it goes maybe to 1K or something, maybe. Maybe the 1K. No, Penguin, Tesla. When is your next live? I go live every Sunday and Wednesday. Let's look at. I'm not gonna look at SOLT. You really just want to look at Solana and the narrative behind crypto going up, and I think I think SOLT. If you're in SOLT, I think we're gonna be up big tomorrow because we're swing trading it, right? Um, but other than that, I mean, I really like it. What happened? Oh my gosh. Kids. Kids, man. Anyways, SOLT, what are your thoughts on SoFi? So we got, man, never mind. I'm not going to say that. The baby bottle is crazy. If you look up, I done lost all train of thought, man. Oh my gosh. If you look at Solana, the main thing I'm paying attention to is the crypto narrative. Okay, so if you like SOLT, which I'm in SOLT, I think it'll go very very nuclear. So there's no reason to really look at TA for something like SOLT. Okay, I just think the targets are the 48 is what I'm paying attention to, and then 124. If you're in the Discord, I think this one can pay us a whole lot. It's already gonna pay us tomorrow. I want to see if we should get longer contracts just to make sure we're safer. But other than that, I think Bitcoin is gonna go, but I think altcoins are actually gonna outperform Bitcoin. Just based on Ethereum actually having a use case with people putting, or not people, but the stock market putting the entire market on on blockchain. I believe that's gonna end up happening, and I think it's gonna take place on Ethereum. We'll have to see. Um, but yeah, anyways, appreciate the hand heart. Anyway, put in the comments some stocks you guys want to look at, man. We'll look at a few more stocks, okay? A few more. A few more. I saw Pang in here. Penguin, Credo. Oh man, this is gone. This is gone. I mean, there's no reason for me to re-look it. You're late on this one for sure. But I don't know when you guys had me look at this, but I said the price target was to 49. I think we could probably up the price target. It's only $3 billion market cap. Probably continue. But you're late. It's late, so I'm not even gonna pay too much attention. AMD, if it's not at a trillion, it's a buy. Okay, AMD is going to 1 trillion market cap. So I'm not even gonna look at that one because I think it's gone too. A lot of these stocks have gapped up overnight. So if you didn't swing calls, I mean, I don't want to lead you guys into, I don't, I don't want to lead you guys into nothing crazy. Getting you all FOMOed up for when the markets are gapping out, and you have FOMC, the FOMC meeting on June 17th. Okay, so this week, for those that don't know, like this week is not a full week. You have FOMC, And on the day that the market is closed on Friday is the peace deal signing. So we'll have to see. Roku, yeah, Roku's gone though. You think Bitcoin will reach 150K end of year? I don't know. I want to say for Bitcoin to reach 150K, first of all, it needs to start breaking above 100K. Okay, if it can start breaking above 100K, then we can start talking about it. But I just want to, see it get above 70K first, and then 85K, and then 90K. So I want to see those things play out. I am bullish on it though for this time span, like these next couple months. But in terms of it getting to 150K, we'll have to see. You brought it up now, but I don't think you ever discussed it. Um, there's nothing. There's nothing really like. I did discuss it, but I want to look at like I was really paying attention to IGV. Thoughts on data storage centers? Are you talking about what stock is a data storage center? Thoughts on SpaceX? I like SpaceX, but I want to actually look at SpaceX. A lot of people thought it was gonna dump, when the market came out. Little do they know, there's actually a lockup period to where people can't sell or you're like banned from IPOs. So I actually think SpaceX is gonna continue to rally to the upside. Like I said, we're in a very euphoric market. So for SpaceX to dump as soon as it comes out, it just wouldn't make sense. It'll probably dump when the market comes to a consensus that we're in a bubble, right? So I think SpaceX is just going to continue to perform well, especially when people talk like you have huge banks saying this stock is going to have revenue of trillions of dollars, which is unheard of. Okay, so that narrative alone should just continue to push it. But owning it long term, I think you'll probably get a better price when a market recession and bear market does happen. Now, when is that going to happen? I have no idea. That's why you want to continue to watch these lives and continue to tune into WOM because we have been on top of the bull. Um, SMR. Oh, should I sell SoFi? I actually think SoFi about to rally soon. I actually think SoFi gonna rally soon. So no, I wouldn't sell SoFi at the bottom. I actually want to look at SoFi. Yeah, no way I'd sell SoFi right here. There's absolutely no way you should sell SoFi right here. SoFi's about to rally. Why would you sell SoFi at the bottom? No, don't do that, man. Don't do that. SoFi's about to rally. It's been sitting here consolidating, accumulating for weeks. And when Robinhood, and if I'm so bullish on Robinhood, I can't be not bullish on SoFi. They kind of move the same. I think SoFi is actually ready for, $44. Like I said, I think that everything, a sort of everything rally is going to end up coming here soon. Um, let's look at Doku. Wouldn't touch it. Looks garbage. Looks garbage, but I think looks garbage. Looks garbage. I'm not a fan. I think there's so many better plays out there than getting into something like Doku. Um, if you're bullish on it, I think a software rally is coming, but and it's at the bottom right here. Like this is a reversal type of situation. The risk to reward is good. There's no way I'd sit here and say I'm bearish right here necessarily because this is a great risk to reward. Meaning all you got to do is stop out below $44, and the upside is just tremendous. Especially when you look at IGV. This thing looks like it goes with IGV, and IGV and software look like they're about to reverse. Um, so yeah, Zeta, HIMS. You're late on OUST. We've been in OUST since we're around here like $30. We bought some equity. First target $50, second target 94. I like OUST. But yeah, those are good. IONQ. Let's look at IONQ because I think IONQ and these stock. This is the main thing I'm watching for IONQ. Okay, main thing. You're getting nice hidden bull divergence on a daily. The last time it happened was right here from here, and you had this monster rally. It's happening again, but even lower this time. So a bigger rally I think could take this to 84. And even, you know, we don't double top in an extreme bull run. So if this could get to 84, it's going to 120. Okay, so the main thing I'm paying attention to now for something like IONQ is to make sure that it can get above the party starts level, which is $62. Okay, so if it can start holding above $62, get ready for a big rally. It's going to 84, it's going to 120, etc. I like IONQ. You gatekeep it. Nobody's gatekeeping this, man. The stock is gone. The stock is gone. And I think it's what, Phototronics? Maybe not. It's gone, bro. It's gone. There's no reason. No one's gatekeeping it. This stock gone. It's at 50 billion. Um, it's gone. Like, and it'll probably continue. I think it'll continue actually. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, the people know about the stock. Like the stock gone, bro. The stock's going to. It reached its first target. You see me drew the swing high. You see me draw the swing high to the swing low. It went to 260. It's probably going to 367. Probably even four. Look, man, extreme bull. The only thing that can mess you guys up is if you get some roach contracts. Okay. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. As more stuff comes out, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be able to see a lot of this stuff better. Like right now, we're gapping up. Okay, we're the gap up 3%, bro. 3%. So like if you swung calls, congratulations. We're probably gonna gap up to a new all-time high. If you're in anything I got into, we should be up a nice little something on Monday. Hopefully, even from the drawdown, like we should be up a little nice something. So we'll have to see. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe out there. Don't rush into anything. Do not rush into anything. And click the link in the bio if you need anything. And I'm out. Peace.